Hello, everybody. How's it going? All right, while we wait for everyone to come in, type in the chat where you're tuning in from. Maybe put your Instagram, what kind of style of music you make. We have a lot to cover today, and this is the first time I'm doing this type of class. So I'm a little nervous, but I think it will be fine. I know it will be fine. I made a whole new presentation for everybody. Thank you. Gotta support. Okay, let me just pull up my presentation. Hey, so marketing your music. All right. Okay, where are you guys tuning in from? Type it in the chat. Seattle, LA, Chicago. Love it. Austin, Texas, Spain. Okay, who has new music coming out soon and who's here to just listen? Yay! All right. Lots of people. Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to share my presentation. We're going to start with a presentation and then we're going to be doing a lot of hands-on stuff for this class. Do you guys see my presentation? Let me know in the chat. Okay, view. All right. Today we're talking about marketing your music, right? So the first thing we need to do is to build a strategy. I don't like musicians feeling like we're always like a deer in headlights. We don't know what's the next move. We just try to put out music and just pray to the algorithm gods or to people that it's just going to work, right? So here's how we're going to make this more efficient. Okay, what are your goals? When you release a song, always set some goals, whether that be streaming goals, whether that be fan goals. I want to get 3,000 streams by October. I want to get 5,000 streams by November. Set out these goals. Or I want this song to be the gateway song to getting me on tour with X artist, right? All I want to do is like be able to tap into that community. But the clearer your goals are, the reason why it's important to set your goals is for multiple reasons. One, you are your own boss. If you ever work in a sales company, the first thing they're going to do is give you a goal. They're going to give you a goal because they want to motivate you and they want you to show up for the company. But now you have to do this for yourself. So, who here has set a goal? Type one in the chat if you've set a goal for your songs in the past and give me an example of like what your goals have been. And then we're going to talk about how you are going to wait. So who are the people that support your goal? That's the next part, is thinking about who is going to support them. If you want to get 10,000 streams on a song that's an R&B type song by like SZA type style, then you know that those are the people that are going to support that song. You have to categorize that if you know who to serve. Then you're going to do how you're going to reach them. The three biggest ways to market your music is social media, paying for ads, and networking or doing live shows, right? You can go to open mics, you can go try to get on tour with someone else, and then you can tap into their congregation or to their fans. If Again, using that SZA example, if you make SZA type music and you get on tour with SZA, now all of her fans are going to have an opportunity to be exposed to you, and then you will be able to tap into her audience. So the way we're going to focus on today are two of them, which is basically ads and social media. I like doing social media because it's the best way to essentially test your ad. Okay. Now we have to talk on number 4. what kind of content would these people like to see, right? Content from Kanye West is going to look a lot different from somebody a fan of Boy Genius would like, right? We need to understand what people like in order to serve it to them. Okay, hooks are very, very important. This is the first part of the video that people are going to see. So a hook can be basically 3 hooks, in my opinion. There's a written hook, there's a video hook, and there's an audio hook. The best thing you can do is get all 3, right? If you can tap into all 3. And then there's other types of videos that I like to categorize. You can follow trends, which would be like listening to mix in your car. People don't know that I wrote this song. People on this airplane don't know I wrote the song. Or the jackpot is you could start trends, right? Who can think of some other trends that we've seen on the internet recently about playing your songs? Type them in the chat if you guys can think of them. And then, oops, I'm going to actually, I made like a playlist of some trends I want to show you on TikTok. And I want you to see what all of these videos have in common, these successful new songs. A lot of them I've never even heard of. I just kind of did some research. Well, you guys should be doing the same research where you put like a timer on your phone for 30 minutes or so and scroll through TikTok. I just went hashtag new music. And these are the kind of videos I saw. Hold on, let me just share my videos. Here. And then share sound. Okay. You guys can see this, right? So one thing you can do with Chappelle Roan just did is she created a dance to her song. Okay, and then what happened? That became a trend. She started that trend, and now guess what? The Empire State Building. That's the jackpot, right? The jackpot is you create something that other people need to create content out of. This person here is the social media manager for the Empire State Building, and her job is to create content for the Empire State Building. And now she found a trend using Chappelle Roan's song that now more people are going to be exposed to it, right? That's the jackpot. Chappelle didn't just say, oh, new song. Hey, I'm Chappelle. I have a new song going out. Go Spotify. No, she created an entertainment content that people can recreate for their videos. Okay, let's look at this one.
I've been tripping, I've been slipping on your lipstick, staying on my face that you made when you kiss me, darling.
Okay, that has hooked people in. Look how many people liked it. Look how many people saved it. If she sang the same song on her bed in a pixelated room, in a dark light with not a good audio, do you think people would have reacted the same way, right? When you first see this video, I'm thinking, wow, this is shot so cool. Where is she? How are these cars? How did she get the cars to move so fast while she's singing so slow? What is she doing with this coffee? You know, all these questions are getting asked in your head immediately that will stick you onto the video. And then it also has a really cool song. I guess I should start with that you have to have a cool song. That should be a given, right? You have to have a good song to hook people in right away. All right, let's look at the different one.
Here's your reminder. We can only call you crazy if you're wrong.
You call me jealous, I called you shady. You said I'm
Okay, great. So she hooked people in, right? She hooked in her target audience, okay? Somebody that would like this song is a girl that has been called crazy, right? And she hooked them in. She has an audio hook. She has a visual hook. She has the lyrics for people to sing around. And then guess what? New week, new music, question mark, question mark, question mark. She asked people in her caption a question and then told them about it, right? It wasn't the same, hi, go listen to my song, right? Came up with a creative idea to do this. Let's look at a few more. So let's look at a different style, okay?
I'll come and slap by 8 p.m. and send a text to your DM. Find you for your fucking ass.
Guys, this is so simple. They're just standing there like this, but why is it hooking people in, right? It's hooking people in because I guess people are I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing. I'm not in this community, so I don't know, but, like, I'm thinking, like, what are they doing, right? They sound cool, they look cool, it's filmed cool, it's a hook. I wanna keep watching to understand what's going on, right? Maybe you guys know this person, I don't. Um, let's see what else. I wanna just do a few more. Let's do some simple ones, right?
I'm 2 days into college and I'm 3 lectures behind.
Okay, so why is this a hook? Because her song, this is more of like an audio hook in my opinion. It immediately hooked people in, right? There was no intro. If there was like a longer intro, I don't know if people would have gotten hooked in, but people related to it very, very quickly. It hooked people in. It was catchy. And that's what worked. Obviously, that went super viral for those of you that are on TikTok. One more. Fun.
Wait for the drop.
Huh?
Going up.
Okay, so they created a whole freaking story in like 15 seconds, right? Obviously, that took a lot of technical skills, but you guys can simply do that. You guys can be walking down the street and say, "Hey, do you like country music?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm a country artist. I'll give you $1 to listen to my song in 15 seconds. Let me film your reaction and let me know what you think." You can make that story, and then if you have a good song and people vibe with it, that's a video. That's an entertaining video that you can hook people in. Not one of these videos did they say, "I have a new song coming out." Nothing cringe, nothing whatever, they just performed it. Alright, now I want to what else is on my presentation? I wanna make sure I tapped into that. Anyways, I wanna start listening to some of your songs, and I want us to brainstorm what you guys can come up with. Okay, is words half full here? Okay. Is When Good Goes Bad by Dave? Okay, great. So oh, Amanda. Okay, let's start with Amanda and then we'll go to Dave. So we're just gonna can Amanda, can you tell me we want to pick like you see how all of those songs they picked like 7 to like 30 seconds of their song. Where would you say is like the highlight lyrics or the highlight things that we can make a hook about or make some concepts about? Brainstorm together. We'll just listen while I wait for you.
On the train, I overheard somebody say, "I'll be there in 5, I'm on my way." He said, "I'm in Western, we were only at Wells." Everybody in the car could see the light. Words half full. Words half full. Optimism isn't its own reward.
Okay, so something that I'm trying to think of is like, how can people maybe use this in another video? Does anybody have any ideas for this song? So for me, the first one is obviously being on a train and like painting that scene, I think. Obviously, you can go to you can you can also um let me listen again.
On the train, I overheard somebody say, "I'll be there in..."
Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so this is a little maybe weird, I don't know, but you can maybe find videos of like people on the train saying weird things and then you can kind of stitch those together. That can be interesting. I don't know. Sometimes you can try to find some like funny things. And then the point of this also is that you come up with a bunch of ideas and then you try them all and you see what sticks. Sometimes things will stick right away. Sometimes things won't stick right away. Who else? Some other ideas? Something with a half. Yes. So you can maybe go around and do interviews with people and ask them what was a time where you viewed the glass half full or something like that, and then you could stitch your song to it. Or you can find some videos online and stitch your songs to those videos. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next person. So, Dave, where would you say is a cool part of your song to brainstorm some ideas? Let's see.
Until the clouds rolled in.
Okay, so I think, Dave, what you can do is this would be a great part to like tell your story, right? Because kind of this music isn't the most popular right now, but there are still people that like that kind of music. Let me show you an example of somebody that used their long intro in a really exciting way. Let's do this one.
Is it my job to promote the songs? It is, but it isn't. Is it your job to be complicit in the promotion? It is, but it isn't. You see, the label wants to get you. The label wants to understand you. The label, quite frankly, wants to own you. They want to cook up little sound bites in their goddamn Nepo baby lap and feed it to you like sheep on a prairie. Your job is to go on hunger strike and wait for the motherfucking drums to come in. The label calls you up. They say the intro's too long. I say, okay, I found a use for the intro. The label calls you up. They say promote. I say, okay, I found a use for the fucking intro. Is it my job to fight it? I don't fucking know. Is it your job to like the song? No, it's fucking not. But it's your job to consume good media. It's my job to make good music. And it's our job to chew up the goddamn corporate slugs and spit them out on beat. You're blushing in my favorite shade. I'm clutching to your glow. Thanks.
So I think that was a really cool way to use his song to promote it. And then all he said was here was April 12th, right? You can literally tell if you have a long intro, you can just tell an intro or like tell an intro with your song. I think it would be cool to tap into. So a person that likes this kind of music probably hates pop music, right? They like Dave's song. They probably hate pop music, or maybe not hate it, but they kind of miss the old days of like classic rock, good rock and roll music. So you can do kind of like a build up with that, like, are you someone that's tired of this stuff on the radio? Want to go back to the time of the greats, so the Led Zeppelin and the whatever, all those people, Roger Daltrey or la la la. And then you can go in there and you build up into your song because you're trying to tap into those audience. Peter knows that his audience is those indie ride or die people, the F the man people, right? So he built a whole introduction, which I think is so great for his target audience.
Is it my job to promote the songs?
Sorry. Okay. Moving on is this person here, the Quiebras. Going once, going twice. How about the aftermath? The aftermath, or is this one? We're not going to be able to play everybody, so I just want to make sure I play somebody that's here. Don't just say you're here. Tell me which song it is because oh, here it is. Okay, let's try this one.
Constantly, I'm curious, you're probably wondering why. Asking things to get you to reply. Gotta keep it going, the conversation's flowing. Trying to keep it all in just one piece.
Okay, so I think it would be funny to do something like this, like you tell a joke, like tell a dad joke, or literally go into like ChatGPT and be like, tell me a bunch of jokes. You do the joke, you do the punchline, and then you end it here. Wait.
Gotta keep it going, the conversation's flowing.
Right? So you kind of like use your song as a tagline. Does anyone else have any other ideas for him? You can obviously someone said something about the Beatles. I wanna be able to go through as many songs as possible, so I'm probably gonna give you, like, an idea for each of them, but I want you guys to come up with your own ideas as you get ideas for mine. Okay, let's go to the next person. Go back. Okay. Is Did I say the aftermath? If you guys see your name, like, your song here in the beginning, tell me it's your song. Just say, "I'm here, my song is da da da," so I can just go through these pretty quickly. Um, okay, the aftermath, great.
Yeah, 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 My common sense is compromised, inner thoughts been fossilized, losing sense of self-worth, hidden fears are multiplied, two brothers share a dirty vice, clashing where we both collide, there's a lot of back and forth, refusal of the compromise, never said that this was overnight, but in myself I must confide, I can no longer hide, anger's boosted, amplified, stage 4 tumor I've metastasized, on the same team, can we ever learn to coincide, don't even want a separate stage, one day we will reunite, deep down I'm the one to blame, for ego driven been my name, had to let it take its course, highest orders, big report, I don't need nobody else, I gave myself the full support, I don't need nobody else, no need for all this back and forth, put the numbers on myself, do this for the love of the game, you ain't like the other, who shall not be named, who's got the word, go to...
Yeah, so I would like, this one has a lot going on in the song itself that I think for you, it's gonna be great to get one of these, like, visual hooks, either performing it in a really cool place, kinda how, like, Noah is doing here, or how these guys did it here, or even him, he's just I love this one.
I caught you red-handed.
I love that, like, his hook is, like, showing off his abs, right? I don't know if anyone has six-pack abs, but I guess it worked for him. So
Really, it's awesome.
even just, like, performing your song, or you can just say, like, kinda like, why did you write your song? You could tell a story of the backstory of your song as you're performing it or as you're listening to it. You can do a thing where you said, "I'm playing this song for the person I wrote this about, but they don't know I wrote it about them," and you just, like, film their reaction. I think reaction videos do really well too. People also love, like, the underdog. You could say, "I've been making X amount of songs, X amount of years, no one's paid attention to it, do you like it?" Or send this to somebody that be a pal, send this to somebody that will like it, if you wanna do something if you wanna go that route. Alright, moving on. Showboy? Is Showboy here? Uh, Showboy, let's do it. So somebody asked, maybe you can elaborate on how we can promote old music, not pop, on social media. The way you're going to be able to promote any music of any genre is to tap into your target audience. You need to ask yourself, what would your listener listener be interested in? What are they interested in? And you create content for them. Okay, wait. Were we on the Showboy?
Swore I'd never love a musician, someone who performs for a living. You sing your songs.
See, like, that already is, like, pretty funny. You can literally just, like, find videos of people doing dumb, like, musician stuff or complaining about being a broke musician or whatever, and you can just stitch it with being like, "Why I would never date a musician?" You know? And you could just do that, and that could be, like, a funny piece of content. And then yeah. Alright. Let's listen just a little bit more.
And they fall. But there's things that they don't see, like how you've been treating me. They
So I think you should just kind of like tap into people, maybe that people like, did you just get broken up with by a musician? Well, here's a song to cheer you up. Or you can tap into all of that stuff. But I think finding finding the like videos of like musicians like doing dumb stuff or whatever, I think stitching those would be kind of funny. Um okay, who's up next? Is this person here? The songs in other languages are going to be hard for me only because um I don't know how to I don't understand what they're saying. So, if you're here, let me know. And then is Sanctuary here? Sanctuary? All right. Okay, let's listen.
I'll be reminiscing, float around the corners of my room, dance around the thought of me and you, watching as the sunlight falls around my bedside, smoking out the window, waving at my thoughts as they pass by. I might be a little bit too high, I like the way my skin feels softer than the green field. Out of body, out of mind, losing sense of time. Don't know where it's going, don't know if I can.
So, I really like the idea of for you to make kind of like one of these type of videos for this one. And it's more of like a like I can't even say I don't have my words right now. What is it called? The cinematography kind of video. And I think doing something where you're like spinning or doing like cool spinning transitions of going through time and just kind of like feeling the same. So if I were you, I would look up some techniques on how to do that. People are really good with like transitions and stuff. So you can just kind of like hold your phone and like spin it around and make sure that wherever you film that exact that exact look, that you have the exact same spot on your camera, and then you can kind of stitch those together and just show, like, filming a second of my song each week or whatever, something like that. Any kind of cool transitions of you capturing that moment, I think would be really cool. Okay, next, Saltwater Strangers? Alright, 1 minute, let's do it.
Just weather, and we can't remember why we needed words. What if the cities we discovered were gold? They said there were 7 wonders, they lost them to plunder, but we recreate whatever we steal. Make a wreck of the spaceship, and the witcher forgave us as the temples crumble into the ground. We find out our companions didn't come from a man's rib. We die before our children are born, with no cars and no college, cashing in our sick days once again.
I think this one would be like a cool one to show if you have any like performance videos, kind of like how she did this one here.
Good sex and poor communication.
I think I think doing something like that might be cool with your song just cuz it's like to me it's I'm just trying to find something that has like a pretty strong like either a strong hook. I don't have an example here of like something that people can kind of like recreate. Um So yeah, maybe doing like a rehearsal video or a playing video like that could be really cool. Okay. So up next, where was I at? Oh, San Valentina. Are you here? Yes, I think this collection is public. Obviously, a lot of these songs are unreleased, so don't steal them or do anything bad. But yeah. Uh are you here, Carlos? Going once, going twice. Moving on. Remember Days. Are you here? Okay, great. If you didn't upload a song and you still want to, you just have to do so with this link here. I think it just will be right here. Let me just put it in the chat. Hold on. There. Okay. Here we go. Remembering Days.
These memories.
Then you could tell me. Remember days when I didn't have a thing, but I had you, baby. Don't be afraid and look into my face. Now I got you, baby. Let's go someplace.
For me, I'm getting like a dancing kind of thing. Are you a dancer? Can you come up with like cool little dance, kind of how like Chappelle Roan did? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But so okay, I wanted to talk to you guys about something else that you can do. Now it came back to me from my presentation. So something that you can do is you can do DIY campaigns. So you can find a dancer on Instagram or TikTok and be like, hey, I'll pay you X amount of dollars depending on your budget, create a dance, and then post it. And then you can go through and go to these people individually and be like, hey, I'll pay you X dollars if you make a video using this dance, right? And then you can kind of build up your own DIY campaign and kind of start your own trend. You know, I think it'd be really cool if you got one of those rollerblading girls. There's like girls on TikTok that do rollerblading. Let's see. Rollerblading. Try to get one of those girls for this song, right? Like obviously these ones are bigger, but you can try to find ones that are starting out. Rollerblade dancer. Some of them are like rollerblade dancers. Let's see.
Put that dick up, we not humping.
It's a little crazy. But you know what I mean? Like you can find one of these dancers to do it. Rollerblading dancers. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Ella es una gata. Baila y se arrebata.
You can someone like that because like they don't have a huge amount of followers, but it doesn't matter. You can start. Do they charge to use their videos? What do you mean? I'm just on the World Wide Web. They're posted here. So no, I'm not paying for them, but I'm sure. I mean, some of these apps pay you for views, I guess. Okay, moving on. Oh, what would you? So someone asked or Michelle asked, what amount would you recommend we offer for an influencer when on a smaller budget? I would just like, you can come up with your budget or you can ask how much would you charge. A lot of people will just, if they like your song and like support you, they'll probably just do it for free. Also, if you become like a fan of them and build a relationship. Okay. Who was I just on? Okay. I'm sorry if I make yourself saying her name. Oh, here you are. I see you here. Is it Rhea? Rhea. Okay.
I got the perfect remedy. Let's have some fun.
I mean, even that, right? Even that really thinks. So someone can be like, you can find a video on TikTok. Does anybody know how to fold clothes faster? And then you come in with like a laundry pile. I've got the perfect remedy, right? It's just simple, fun stuff that you can come up with, and you can just go through and like stitch all of that with just this 7 seconds, right? And then hopefully people with solutions will just use your song, right? They'll use your soundbite, and that's how you start the trend over and over again. Okay. Go, going on. I want to get through everybody's songs, so that's why I'm just trying to give you guys each at least one idea. Is Mateo Molina here? Okay, moving on. Is now is the time? Yes. Anya is here.
I was waiting for permission that never came, never came. It was as if I missed my own train, but I trained myself anyways. And ooh, baby, I trained myself anyways.
So I always think that like whatever you can do to like tell people your story or tap them into you, you guys can always fall back on that. Whatever you're going through or something you're going through, somebody else is going through that too, right? So let them in on your life and your story. Something that helps me a lot is when I'm talking to my fans or my clients, I talk to them like they're my friends, they're my best friends. I let them in on my life. I let you guys in on, you know, the parts of my elements that I think would inspire you and would entertain you or motivate you. So you guys can always tell stories of your life. Okay, moving on. New way. Is Dom here? Is Breakout Nate here? Great.
Something big is coming, yeah, it's coming my way now. Exceed your expectations, yeah, I'll blow 'em away. Far beyond phenomenal.
See, for me, I'm seeing that you can tap into like the fashion channels for some reason. I feel like I can see like a lot of transitions or those women that are like walking on the treadmills. Do you ever see those like where they're doing like that transition where they walk on the treadmill and like change clothes? That could be kind of cool. Hold on, let me just see it. Walking fashion transition. Let's see. Oh. Oh, here it is.
Bitch, you know I'm sexy. Don't call, just text me, bitch, you slow.
Like that because it just has such like a steady beat, a steady anthem to it. I'm trying to find the ones where like people will walk on the tread. Oh, these are the ones.
Coming around to me, them gyal a roll out them eyes. Go down there, why not go down there?
Only because I feel like it has such a strong like rhythm and it has like a stomp to it, a stomp sound that's like I just want to like walk around and like strut. Thank you, Raina, for coming. Strut to it. Okay. Does that help, Nate? Like you can try something like that. Or you can do when you're going on like depending on who would you say is like your target audience, Nate? Like would you say it's like who would you say? Because I also see it like anybody that's like working out, you can do like a working out kind of high energy workout kind of song too. Oh, brands. Great. Perfect. Okay, so who's up next? Mix one, yard work. Is it someone's song? No. Okay. Is do we listen to the Aftermath? I feel like we listened to the Aftermath. Or is it another Aftermath? Okay. Is Maria Morenas here? Maria? Is Lexaprone to Wonder here? Chris? How about King Deload? Inbound? Hot Girl Bummer? Oh wow, so many of you are in here. So HMB, if you guys see your name on here and I haven't played it yet, let me know. HMV, Helper, Grateful, Saint July, above. I don't see. Oh. Franny. Okay, great. Let's go to Franny. Second verse.
I'm the rush and you're the drug. Fantasies in vibrant bright lights, dancing through them in nightclubs, sweating tears in pure black darkness. Roll the dice and confess the sin.
Is that the second verse? Franny. Oh, 103. Right. Okay, let me go back.
I'm the rush and you're the drug. Fantasies in vibrant bright light.
Okay, who has ideas? Let's make this more brainstorming because I want you guys to be able to come up with all of these ideas on your own. Reality TV. But so maybe this is like a skit. Maybe you do a skit and you go through different characters of some reality TV shows, right? And then you use your song with that. That could be kind of like a cool thing. Oh, book talk. I like that. You can find different characters and talk about how one was the rush and one was the drug, right? You can take characters from Harry Potter. You can keep it light and silly. A night scene out in the city. Yes. I like that. That can be really cool. Something dark combined with fantasy. That's why I like taking care of the book talk one, because you can tap into that fantasy world, and that's a big area here. Okay. Moving on. So, okay. I see Fernando G is here, I think. Fernando G. And then I see Gladys is here. Okay.
Control, 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 control.
What would you say is like the hookiest part of the song, Fernando? Oh, mental health reels. I like that. That's cool. This middle here?
In this groove, we'll take the dive. Feel the rhythm deep in your soul. House beats make us lose control. Control, 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 control.
I mean, I still think you can also do something like kind of funny where you can like be like sitting with your like friend watching TV and then you like take the remote control and you're like, I'm in control. Or you could like someone's about to go drive a car and you're like, no, I'm gonna drive. Or you can like just silly stuff. Like a lot of you guys can come up with trends and make it like kind of funny. Um and then of course there's a lot of like transitions and cool things you can do here. Um you could talk about, like, leveling up your song, like, different stages of your song where it's, like, different parts of the song coming in, or you can talk about, like, some storytelling. Who else has an idea? Other ideas? A diet. Yes, I like that. I mean, health is a wellness and health is, like, a big thing on these apps that you can kind of, play into. Alright. Gladys. Oh, I skipped helper. Oh, sorry. Let's go to helper.
I will lift my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the one who made heaven and earth, the one who never sleeps. When trouble comes and I see fear, I know you're near, so I believe. You're my helper, so never be afraid, 'cause you're.
So I'm thinking that you can do definitely vacation vlogs. Yes, I'm loving these vacation vlogs, motivational videos. I'm also seeing like a dance video that you can try to do, a dance video, or you can tell stories of like different people in your life that have helped you, that have shaped you, and then you can ask people to recreate them. You can do another DIY trend of being like, can you use this song and DIY campaign and pay people, "Hey, can you use the song and tell a story about somebody that helped you along the way?" And then hopefully that will catch on because people love to celebrate the people that helped them in their life. Um, okay. Gladys. She said her song is in French, so if you speak French, you'll understand it, but let's try to catch on a feel or vibe.
Tristesse ne dort plus. Évident coup d'état. Quelle angoisse corrobore. Je ne vais pas m'en faire. Je ne vais pas m'en faire. Je ne vais pas m'en faire encore. Inéluctable.
So, would you say your audience is mostly French speakers, or would you say okay? Because if you wanted to tap into English speakers, you can say, everyone says music in French is sexier or sounds interesting. You can kind of like play into that. Or you can ask people, you can go around asking people, do you know what I'm saying? And then you can kind of like translate or just guess what I'm singing about. Like, I think that would be kind of funny where you go around and being like, do you speak French? And they're like, no. And you're like, okay, I'm going to play you a song. Guess what I'm saying. And that could be kind of funny and cool and interesting. And it'll be funny for your French audience and your English audience because it'll be like a play on that and be because it is so emotional. So like I would say like if you were doing it to me, I'd be like, "Oh, you don't love me. You don't love me." I have no idea what you're saying, by the way. And you could just like say something like that, and then I think it'd be really funny to like get those kind of reactions, and like maybe that could be like a cool thing. I also feel like if you guys have don't be afraid to use like different 20 seconds of each of your song to like create some content. Like this alone is universal, right? Like the beginning is there's no words, so you can use these in videos. like a transition video or a storytelling video. But lots of different things. You can show yourself building all your voices. You can come up with an entertaining story to show that part of your song. Okay, moving on. How many more do we have? I want to make sure I can get through everybody that's here. So don't worry, we will get through everyone that's here. Okay. Defined by you. Are you here? Going with. Oh, so somebody asked a great question. Do you think TikTok is the best way to promote your music? I do. I do think it is. I do think people are going on TikTok to discover new music. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't promote on all the other apps. I think YouTube is also really great for promoting your music. I mean, they're all great, but don't sleep on TikTok. It's definitely like, I think, the top of the food chain as far as like songs go. Okay. And new discovery goes. Sorry, is defined by you here? Is cold here? Cody T. All right. Cody T.
It's 2 a.m. The clock is going crazy. I'm on the floor with my gang, drinking every word you gave me. I got back here again. 1 shot, 2 shot, faded. You're stuck up in my head. I'm trying to erase it. Sound the alarms, yeah, I'm back on a tidal wave. All of my boys in my mind, yeah, they're all afraid. What's he gonna do next? Still fucked up from when you left. It's been endless summer since you left. Tequila's been my only friend. I've been down at rock bottom, scrolling pictures of our texts. Hurricane inside my head and in my cup, so I forget that you taste like tequila. Sunsets, but now you're gone.
Okay, who has ideas? I think a lot of those ones that we saw already of, just playing your song, sorry, that thing is gone, but like performing your song with the emotions, also telling a story of your song could be really cool. Who has other ideas? Let me know in the comments. The more you guys brainstorm and get in the habit of doing this, like when I'm trying to like come up with ideas for me and for my videos or for my songs, I'll think of like 100 ideas. Like I just had this song released called Cash, and I was like, okay, how can I come up with an idea? And I was like, all right, let me do money transparency. And then I wanted to show like a before and after video. And then I'll do like a Logic Pro tip video about it, right? So I think of like as many ideas as I can. Various scenes, maybe walking at the beach and the city, the mountains, a bunch of scene transitions, maybe singing the song Throwing Away Tequila, drinking, stitching with other people. I love this. Storyboards are really handing to collect many different ideas to the music timeline. Yeah. Let's see. I think, let me just pull up that, I wonder if I can just like go back to that playlist that I made. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, I mean, even something like these performance videos that these guys have is cool. I mean, this one was an interesting one too.
Give me a house beat.
Down, 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 down.
Okay, give me something that Baby Yoda would say.
If nothing go right, go left.
It's pretty good.
Go left, go right, you and me go get right.
Oh, I mean, obviously this is like very staged, I think, but they're telling a story using their song, right? So you guys can always fall back on stories, either your own stories, other people's stories. Find a person in history and tell the story of how this happened to them, like Marie Antoinette or something. Like you can tell so many stories with your music to make their videos as entertaining as possible. So your music is like almost like the afterthought, right? It's like the video, the entertainment hooks them in, and then people are like, oh, I like this song, right? Because people like songs that they already know and love. And the way to get people to know and love songs is to slowly teach it to them. And I always like to use this example. If you're like walking in Central Park and you hear somebody playing the saxophone, you're like, oh, that's nice, that's the saxophone. But if it's a song you're like, oh, they're playing Don't Stop Believing. It's a song I know and love. So we're trying to come up with different ways to subtly teach people the song, that they know it, that they love it, that they're going to go and listen to it, right? Okay. Who's up next? That was Cody T. is Can You Leave Here? Maybe show your abs. Yes, if you have abs, work with what you got. Can I Come Close is here. I will refresh at the end, so don't worry. We will play everyone's song. Like, that intro alone is excellent storytelling music, right? Let me tell you a story, da da da, da, and then you just tell the story. Like, find a really, really interesting story, and you can use that music. Instrumental music is also very, very important. If you guys are like instrumentalists or you do instrumental music, lots of people, including myself, are always looking for instrumental music to put in the videos. And tutorial videos are great. Fashion videos are always using them, or any kind of spoken word videos. They're always wanting music behind it.
Did I get lost? Am I alone? That like to find out.
Also, I gotta say, you guys are like sickly talented. Like, wow, the amount of amazing songs we've listened to is wild to me. Okay, so 324, you said.
When you let go, it shows. When you get bored, someone will make fun of you. When you belong, it grows. When you let go, it shows. When you get bored, someone will make fun of you.
So I'm thinking of like coming of age scenes, like anything of like a coming of age story or some sort of thing. I think would be cool. Like right now, what's like trending is like people's um college rejections or college exceptions, and like I think you can maybe like stitch those with these songs. You can just like find something where like anything that people are overcoming, any journey of some sort, any journey maybe you've gone on, you can kind of show. What other So someone asked, would you recommend if you were to start a trend, or would you post more of the same trend? You can do both, right? Like, following a trend always is a good thing because it's already something that people know and like. Sometimes that trend could be like a little bit overused, so you have to be careful with it. If you can start a trend and the trend slaps, like that's really the jackpot, right? That's where like you get mega viral, like mega viral, which is kind of the jackpot, right? That will happen with the right song at the right time with the right trend. And the more you do it, the more chances are that you will land on that jackpot. Does anyone else have any ideas for Raquel? And I hope you guys all can follow each other and support each other. And this is why, as you guys are listening to these songs and you see like how good everyone is, this is why it is so important to market your songs, right? Because it's just not enough just to be good, right? You have to let the people who like your music find you. You have to put out the bait for them so that they can find you. Okay. Who's next? Is Axon Bauer here? Is our Modillo here? Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Is Amos Samuel? Is anyone here on this list that I haven't done yet? Over here, these songs. Okay, I'm gonna refresh. Whose song haven't I listened to yet? That's still here. Okay. Modillo is here. for me, I'm definitely seeing like dancing or performance videos, maybe even some like cool quote videos. Shh, sorry, my dog is snoring. What else can you guys see? Travel videos, definitely. Um, maybe some breakdown of the instruments you're using, especially if you want to tap into an audience that is unfamiliar with those instruments, why the sounds cooler with that instruments. Maybe you can do an A/B of showing the difference between them. Snakes, that could be interesting. I hope you guys are getting some ideas on like how you can kind of like take your music and create some fun content around it. Okay, moving on. Yes, you can still upload the song if you haven't uploaded it already. I want to make sure we get through everyone's song. Okay. So I see that I haven't done I know. Oh, here. Let's do it. Like for me, even that can be like a hook. Like, who needs some baby making music or whatever, right? And then you just like tap right into it. Or make America sexy again, and then you tap right into it, right? So like funny stuff that can like get you into the vibe. Okay. Where did you say you wanted me to start? 16 seconds for the vocals. Let's have a listen.
Now I know I have a place to call home. Home is where you are.
I really like the idea of like, let me paint the scene, right? And you like paint the scene of like, you had a really bad night, you go into the bar, there's a singer there, nobody's listening, and it's me. And then you like go out and you like sing the song and you like serenade them, right? Because to me, it's like kind of like a loungy type song, a sexy type song. And you can tell that kind of story would be kind of cool. Okay. Who haven't I done it? So what's your hurry? What's your hurry? Does anybody see that on this list? Let me see if I can do it by name. Don't see what's your hurry. So I'm not sure if you guys see it. Don't see it here. Okay. And then who else haven't I done? Only God knows. Here we go. Only God knows.
I'm still fighting with my mind, pretending I'm alright. Don't ask me to smile, please. So I held my breath until I'd faint. Did I lose my faith again? Cause only God knows how long I've tried. Only
Okay, so I think that'd be cool if you start a trend where you say like only God knows, and you write down all of these like secrets, right? Hashtag secrets, and then you just kind of like put them around your head and like have them pop up. And then it's obviously like secrets that you also like want people to know, right? Like for me, I would do like I'm scared of losing my business and then I have to start over again, or I'm scared every single time I leave my house is going to burn down, or I'm scared my parents are going to get old right before my eyes and blah, blah, blah. Right. And you just like can kind of create that as a trend. Right. So now everybody can like let go of their fears that like only God knows. And then you all feel less alone because so many of us have the same fears. Right. So then you can kind of connect with people and you can use your song as a connection, the content as a connection, and a way to kind of grow. Like, yeah, you could say, oh, I'm sad my my dog is getting older and I don't know how many more years I have left, right? That could be like something cool to try, a trend to try. Okay, who else? All night. All night. All night. Oops, sorry.
Baby, why won't you be smooth with me? I just can't help it. I do it naturally. I just wanna groove out. I know it's meant to be. I would like to go down on you especially. They call me a poker. I say I'm a sexy beast, and you start smooth sound.
Okay, so I think it would be funny if you're like going on a first date, right? And you like walk and you go on your first date, and then like this is like your opening monologue, and like that would be kind of funny. Show the abs, but if you kind of like paint that scene and you'd be like, what would you do if your like hinge date said this to you right away? Da, 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 da. Right? That could be like a funny kind of trend to show. Um you know how there's like that trend of like people showing their hinge profiles, like hinge profiles, and then they like
It's hard for me to do this one when I'm frankly in love with her myself. Here's my TikTok crush, Jazz.
I think people were doing like hinge profiles, and like you can kind of make your own hinge profile and be like, what would you do if you walked along this hinge profile, and then you're like playing your song on it? That could be kind of funny. There's a way that you can show like an audio hinge profile. I want to show you guys audios. Oh, here we go.
Hi, welcome to Marissa's page. You've landed on a really good page on Hinge.
You know you want to swipe right for sure.
You will not be disappointed.
You can make one of those things and like show it. Like, what would you do if you found this guy in this audio? And that could be kind of funny. All right. Okay, so let me find the other songs that I haven't played yet. Oh, here it is. Hey, what's your hurry?
Another flat tire in the sweltering sun. I was checking the direction to the 101, and suddenly a big explosion held me captive. I was frozen, like that moment when you told me goodbye. Ow, goodbye, adios. Well, you were talking to the dark at the corner of your mouth. My mind heading north, but you was going south. I had to get a grip.
So I'm getting like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air kind of remakes. Like if you can kind of do like maybe remake that music video or remake that for like TikTok, like a short video of that could be kind of fun. Who else has ideas for Hey, What's Your Hurry? You guys can also go back and listen to these songs. I'm just trying to make sure I get through everyone's song, and I want to make sure I give everybody an idea. So that's why I don't have time to listen to like the full songs, sadly. But you guys could definitely do that. And you guys can also like leave comments on these songs if you have other ideas, like help each other out. Here's how you can like comment just on their songs. Okay.
My hands on the wheel. The sun was big and high. I was missing a meal.
But I'm definitely hearing like a story vibe. The same thing that I was hearing for the last song, for Josh's song, where you kind of like play into a skit, or you can put on like different characters. So you can wear like different hats and do different like green screens for your videos, and then kind of use that to tell like different stories. Okay. Who else haven't I played? I want to make sure I play everyone. Is there some? Oh wait, I remember I was gonna do this one. This one.
And I'm a man on a mission. Pay no mind to the prophecy. Was I born just to listen?
Is it rate this? The only way for me. And should I swallow my pride?
Well, that was a hook right there, right? So that could be an audio hook. So you can literally just do anyone, like I think that could be like kind of funny. Oh, hunks chopping wood, right? That could be kind of funny. Or you can even be like taking a test, going to the DMV, getting your driver's license, cooking a cake. You're like, hey, maybe you can do a skit like someone's asking you, like, hey, can you make me a cake for my birthday? And then you turn, I'm a man on a mission. And then you like start getting out all the baked goods and stuff, right? Like that could be kind of funny. Or you say, oh my gosh, I just bought this IKEA set. Can you please put it together for me? I need this done immediately. And then you like open up the directions and it's like 500 pages and you're like, I'm a man on a mission, and then you can just like go through and do all that. I think that could be kind of funny. I really think funny sells. Anytime you guys can be funny and take your music lighthearted, I think that like does really well. People want to be entertained at the end of the day, right? Okay. Who else haven't I played? Did I get through everyone's songs? I want to make sure I got through everyone. Let me know. I'll refresh to make sure. Okay, Lucky Day. Let's see. HIJK. Lucky Day.
I can't hear myself in the mic. Yeah, that would be
It's my lucky day, not okay. Bridging that feeling inside me. What you talking about? I don't know how. I'm really not feeling the same.
Again, I feel like with this one, you can also tap into like funny stuff, right? Like, oh my God, I was speeding and then the officer pulled me over and they just gave me a warning. And you're like, it's my lucky day, and you just like can tap into that. Funny, kind of funny stuff. Or what's another example? Like, you're like running to the subway and you like get down and the train is just pulling up. And then the next train on the subway says 20-minute wait. And then you're like, oh my gosh, it's my lucky day. Right? So you can find those funny moments and put your song in there. So basically all I'm doing is trying to find like 7 seconds or like the hookiest part of your song and figuring out ways that you can come up with like videos. Yes, finding a dollar on the ground. You guys can always tap into stories. So why you made the song, who you made this about, anything like that. So that's always good too. Okay, writing high.
skip the exit, run the light, hit the gas, put it in drive. This could be the worst or the best night of my life. We could go broke or we could be riding high, riding high.
So yeah, also I agree that this could be a dance trend, but I also can see this as being like a leveling up thing, right? So you can just do like normal push-ups, or you can get fitness people to do like normal push-ups, and then they do push-ups where they're like an elevated push-up, and then they do level up where they're like clapping and then they're doing a push-up, and they're doing like a one-handed push-up. So you can do different things where you're kind of like leveling up, because that's kind of like what the song to me sounds like. We're gonna skip this, we're gonna skip this, we're gonna skip this, we're gonna skip this, and then you can kind of like level it up. Different ways that you can level things up. Maybe like a fashion, right? You can just do like a shirt, just like a white shirt, and then you're like, let's level it up, let's add some jewelry, let's level it up, let's add some hat, let's level it up, we'll, I don't know, put on some lipstick. So different kind of stuff of like going to the next level, and you could just show like level 1, level 2, level 3. You could do it with food, right? Here's a hamburger. Now we'll add cheese. Here's a cheeseburger. Now we put an egg on it. Here's an egg cheeseburger. And now you add, and then you like level it up. Different ways you can try that. Okay. Who's next? Who else haven't I done? Saint July. Saint July. Okay.
My heart exploded on me. I can't explain. Kindle the spark of a dwindle fading flame. You blossom all my days. Your smile shines in red.
Okay, so for me, you're taking me back to the 90s with this song, right? So I think you should kind of like tap into that nostalgia. I don't know how old you are or if you are from the 90s, but I think any of those things of like, imagine we're taking you back like 1995 or like 1998, pop-up performances on the street. That's really cool. Much music. Different things where you're like, what it would be like to do that. Or yeah, they said Rock is Dead kind of video. There's just like one girl that makes these like funny like 90s videos, 90s getting ready video. You can tap into like some of these people.
With you on a mountain, I wanna bathe.
Pretty silly stuff. And you can find some boys that would make sense with.
Riding with me to go to my first ever New Year's.
Anyways, stuff like that, but with their songs. Yeah, stuff like this. See, he's just creating cool videos, and imagine if he was using your song, right? That's the idea. All these content creators still need songs to use, so let's get them to use your song. Okay, who else? Who haven't I done yet? I think there's a few left. Did I play everybody? Did I do everyone's song? Okay. Oh, I'll be found. Let's do that. I'll be found. Here we go.
Sun is trying to make me blind, but that's okay.
So I'm immediately thinking of the eclipse, right? You should have you could have like tapped into that where they said, oh, if you look up into it, the sun is gonna make you blind, right? That was the first thing I thought of.
Okay, 'cause I want to find a secret place I used to go. Just me and the wind, he starts to blow. Now I like a feather, I'm gone forever. When you're trying to bring me down, we'll fight forever, can't be together. In these places I'll be found.
So I think you can talk, you kind of talked about like birds, so you can do maybe like bird facts. It's a little out there, or you can talk about like where you'll find people, like funny. You can make it kind of funny, like Kim Kardashian will be in her mansion in LA, and I don't know, this kind of lion will be seen here. Or there was like a trend of like Gracie, this girl in New York, was like, if in the summer, just if you're looking for me, just look up because I'll be on a rooftop, right? So if you can find these kind of like funny like pop moments that you can kind of put into your songs, I think that'd be kind of funny and cool for people to relate to. Okay. I think we have one more, unless I missed someone else, but we have Kevin, who is share this with me.
Late nights all alone.
Oops.
Wondering where you've gone. Wish you had a clone. Keep her here when you're not
definitely seeing some like naturing stuff, kind of like how and I also kind of hear sometimes like you guys shouldn't be afraid to do like kind of like an acoustic version of your song. Like look at this.
I would leave if only I could find a reason. I mean, because I grew up in New England. I got dreams, but I
Literally so simple, but like he's still out somewhere with a really cool visual hook, right? And he could just be like having the words up here playing, but it will still like hook you in. Did we play everybody's songs? Did I get through everybody's songs? I think I did. Well, thank you so much for sticking with this class. I know this was like different than other classes. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will connect with each other and find people to connect with and literally just like hang out for like an hour, 30 minutes and be like, let's come up with like 100 hooks or 100 trends, 100 ideas, and then let's pick our top 10. And the more you can do that, the better you'll get at. And then with the right song at the right time, you're going to pop off. And the more you do it, the more it will happen, or the higher chance it will happen. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me in this class. I hope you enjoyed it. It's so weird because I can only see Nate. But thank you guys so much for being here. And I hope you have an amazing day. Also, huge shout out to Boombox for sponsoring this class. Thank you for sponsoring it. I hope you guys have come up with a bunch of ideas to spark your inspiration, to get you motivated and excited to promote your own music. Remember, you only need like 1,000 fans to give you $10 a month, and basically you have a full-time job. So that's not super far-fetched. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the World Wide Web. High five. Bye, everyone.